we are going to a man who is dedicated to giving out hugs and high fives on the 2nd of February for our meetup. Doug, you're up.
Oh, Steve. Yeah, get ready, whoever's in attendance. They will be plentiful. Thank you to Steve and Marc Nudelberg. What an amazing way to kick off the Legends series with these two legends. Steve, I don't know if you remember, but
of course. What do you mean
about,
about
4 years ago?
In Palm Beach. We went in the mall in Palm Beach.
You're the man. I met you for lunch. I took the train up. It was like meeting royalty in real life, and you're as genuine as they get. And I'm a great admirer of yours and yours as well, Marc. Really tremendous to see the growth and the success. So my question revolves around like a variation of the phrase that when the pupil becomes the master, when the student becomes the teacher. And I'm wondering, maybe it's more directed to you, Steve, as you've brought Marc into the fold and is now operating as the CEO. Can you recall a moment? Was there a moment or an experience that you all had when maybe Marc was, conveying a message to a team or to you, and you're like, son of a bitch? Like, my dude, my boy is now like the guy, and I'm learning from him.
So I'm an emotional guy, so you'll get me crying pretty easy.
So do I. I cry easy.
No lie. So I always wanted to work with my boys. Wasn't in the cards. Both of them were football coaches, and I supported them and loved them. And this was their passion, and that's what I did. When I sold the last business, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. Somebody asked me to come in and work with their team. I did well. I'm still working with that team at Bank United 8 years or 9 years later. So when Marc said, I want to join the business, like my whole world stopped. I was like, oh my God, this could work. But I didn't want him to come right in with me. I wanted him to go learn what it was like on the outside. And then when we finally made the decision to do it, you talk about timing, he made a decision to leave ESPN and join me. I made him write a business plan, how are we going to fund it? I didn't give him anything. He did it. We were all set to do a different business. And he resigned at the end of February. March 1st, he walks in and says, I'm getting out of here. And March 15th, the world shut down. And he looked at me and he goes, Dad, did I make a mistake? And I go, to the contrary, never before was everybody on the starting line. And he'll tell you that's exactly what I said. I go, we all have to figure it out. That's where I'm at my best, is figuring it out. I'm the idea guy. I always have been in every business I've been in. So it was great. We got to build something together. He watched it, he saw it, and we were very, very careful about boundaries. We were careful about how we treated each other, what we took for granted. And the goal was, and I said to him, you can take this business further than I can, because my limits are in the digital world. I wasn't born with the chip. I can learn it, but it's not inherent. With him, he was already doing shit in college with the computers and whatever. So the inevitable destination for our business is the new online platform. All I did was help him meet the guy that I knew could do it with us to build it. And I helped fund it. But he and Jake built it. That was my moment where I said, holy shit, this is what I always wanted. And he can do it. And there were a lot of my friends who said, oh, you're giving your kid a job and you're, all that nepotism bullshit. And I was like, he's better than I am. He's got more raw training on how to develop people than I did. I was an entrepreneur like my grandfather. I would kick you in the ass before I give you a hug. That's just the way I grew up. He does it better. The platform that we built is incredible. So to a long answer, but yeah, I'm incredibly proud. And I had this conversation with Jesse Itzler success comes to you in a lot of ways. Most people measure it in money, you know, and he does that spiritual billionaire thing where he goes, you know, you could have $1 billion and have no soul. Well, you can have that. I don't want that. I'd rather have $1 and $1 billion in soul, which I have.
Love it.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome.